एक साधो सब सधे सब साधो सब जाए. Today we are going to talk about the conspiracies that we hold against ourselves to keep us stuck, to keep us at a place of relative comfort, but at the same time a place that is killing our intellect, killing our creativity, and killing the root of our core. If and knowing that this being so harmful to us, yet why do we choose to do this to ourselves repeatedly over and over again? And for many of us, this process keeps continuing for years on end, and for some, this repetition, this gaslighting of our own self is something which goes on for our entire lifetime. As we narrated first, the verse Ek sadho sab sadhe, sab sadho sab jaye. This is very central to what we are trying to say. What this verse tries to explain is that to create a state of confusion for ourselves, to keep ourselves occupied inadequately or in matters that do not matter much, which are inconsequential. We, by the means of doing that, by trying to achieve or run behind so many of goals and success, what we end up doing is clouding our judgment. What we end up doing is bringing in so many subjects or objects to dedicate to in our consciousness that we lose track of what is essential. We forget the purpose. We forget things that give us meaning. We forget what it is that is nourishing to us. And we run blindly behind these so called fulfilling desires. Though they might seem that they will get you somewhere, they will bring you a lot of accolades or praises in different realms. You do not see the trade off that you are doing in order to achieve it. You are losing out on your core, you are losing out on your frequency, you are losing out on the wavelength that is available to you by trying to emulate what has been good for the others without paying any heed to whether it will be really good for you too. एक साधो सब सधे. It is said that if you dedicate yourself to that one true thing, which could be the truth, it could be life giving to you. If you are really dedicated to it, you put in the effort, you put in your strength, you put in your dedication towards this, then it will be seen that you are able to achieve everything. the pursuit of this one real thing will lead to the extermination of all the unnecessary pursuits, yet it will grant you access to what was desired out of those excess pursuits for you. Your false thoughts or your false perception that you need to do 1,000 things in order to be worthy, or you need to complete this and this milestone at a given age, or you need to have this much of a bank balance, or you need to do certain goals, or you need to have certain milestones in your life just because you have seen your friends, you have seen the ways of the world, and you see that okay, this is something which is considered as affirmative, something which is considered as success, something that are considered to be real aims for people. You see that when you are really sincere towards what is necessary, you see that all those other excesses have washed away. You need not follow those paths, you need not take those unnecessary journeys which will do nothing but put you into a cyclical loop of confusion. It will just keep you stranded inside the forest. It will not take you out anywhere towards where you want to go. And because you have dedicated yourself, because you have been surrendered and you have had this faith, you have not focused on the clouded judgments. You have not focused on the passerby comments. You have not paid heed to the people criticizing without having lived your path. You have been truthful to your journey. You will see that 100 things become available to you. Such is grace, such is faith, such is divinity. We have a very bad habit of asking repeatedly with a lack of faith that what we will get out of going behind this one true beloved by following the path of the truth, that one path which seems to have shown for you. We want instant answers. We want quick gratification. We want to see a lot of quick results turn up our way because our minds, coming from our survival mechanisms, from the conditioning of us being such animalistic beings, where we go into this mode of fight or flight, are not able to love without seeing a result in sight. We do not understand that being able to love or being able to dedicate oneself into that groundedness, to be able to achieve that sincerity, to be able to achieve that tranquility in our minds, is in itself a big reward. When do we understand this? We want things given to us, fed to us, although we know that we have enough for our own selves. We want to stockpile, we want to save as if we are going to live 1,000 lifetimes. Why do we do this? We want this gratification so quickly that we end up squandering our love, our sincerity, and we create a ruckus out of our lives. We do not understand that this what the poet is calling as ek sadho sab sadhe. This trying to emulate a path of faith and love is not something for the weak. It takes a lot of courage. It is not something which will be available to us by half efforts. Half efforts are really an insult to what your possibility is. As even Khalil Gibran has told in his poem, where he narrates the predicament of loving half lovers and having half friends. The point goes on to show that you are a full life, not half a life. And if your actions are dedicated, coming from a core that lets half things be, then you will not do a justice to yourself. You will not be able to look yourself in the mirror. Our half love is the reason for us being stuck in multiple realms. We do so many things, seemingly, we are such busy people, and yet we are not able to create any impact as such. All we do is somehow survive. All we do is create a balloon, a placebo of sorts, which can be seen as a projection for others or the society or our friends. But behind this fake narrative that we have created for us, what is the reality? That is what we need to ask ourselves. What is the reality behind this hua that we have created for the world to see? Are we really the courageous people that we project ourselves to be? Or have we created an empire of lies, hindrances, gatekeeping, and everything else which is life negative? Have we created within us and in our surroundings a healthy environment of trust, of devotion, of love? Or have we just perpetuated a cycle which is very negative by the means of it being a very narrow vision? We need to ask this, because if we have not been able to create that kind of a beauty in our lives, then we have not achieved really something of great importance. It might temporarily suffice you in terms of your living, or it might give you a good quality. Instead of a quality, I would say a good monetary benefit, but that monetary benefit or those short lived achievements or success tags that you carry will not be able to translate into a quality of living. It will not be able to give you that satisfaction which is long lasting. It will not give you that humbleness, that humility, which following the one true beloved or the path that is shown for you will take you towards.